Hi all. I am here today to go over a few things with you about what you should stop believing about skincare. Being home now is, a lot of people are doing it. And so I've been on social media or watching videos more than I normally would. And just watching some people out there who really have no business giving this advice, it makes me insane. And even people who have their license, their aesthetics license, are giving false information as well. Am I saying that I know everything? Absolutely not. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. But there are certain things out there that just drive me insane. And I don't want you to follow these or believe these any longer, okay? So my first one, I have my notes down here. My first one is you can shrink pores. You cannot shrink pores. Anything topical is not going to. If somebody says, I want you to take this and put it all over your face and you watch, it's just going to shrink your pores. Baloney. It's not going to shrink your pores. Your pores are genetically determined. They are what they are. You cannot shrink them by applying something topically. Even when you're having a facial, say, and your esthetician puts the steam on you and says, okay, I'm just going to heat your skin up because I want to open the pores. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. What they really are doing is softening the skin to make it easier to do extractions or to make it easier for ingredients to penetrate the skin. Now, just to let you know why that's not happening, opening or closing pores down, is because your pores themselves don't have contractible muscles in them. They can't expand and contract. It just doesn't work like that. With that being said, there are lasers that can shrink your pores, okay? And Pico is one of them, and Laser Genesis is another one that will help to shrink your pores. In fact, unfortunately, as we age and lose that collagen and elastin, our pores get bigger. So that's my first pet peeve. My second one is darker skins, or Fitzpatrick 4, 5, and 6, don't need to wear SPF. Let's just start off with a tan on your skin is actually an unhealthy thing. It's your body dying or your skin dying to protect itself. So as much as I love tan skin myself, I hate to be as white as I am. I still don't sit in the sun, and I haven't since I've been, 25, I think. Doesn't mean I still don't go to the pool or the beach, but I'm under an umbrella, I have a hat on, and I have my SPF on, and I reapply. One esthetician out there that I saw on Instagram who has a ton of followers said that skin cancer is the only preventable cancer there is. Now, with that being said, she is wrong, okay? And people believe her. Melanoma, there is no sure way to prevent melanoma. It is based on risk factors, family history, skin tone. You cannot protect it with SPF. Even basal cell carcinoma and squamous cell carcinomas can still happen even if you wear SPF. I wear SPF of 30 every day, making sure it's a broad spectrum, and that still only protects me 97% from UV light. So you're still getting 3% of light that's hitting or UV light that's hitting your skin. Build up that over time. It may not sound like a lot, but over time it is. You can still get skin cancer. So you have to at least wear an SPF of 30 every day, even if it's raining, cloudy, snowing, sunny, a tornado, a hurricane, God forbid, you should have that SPF on. And if you are outside for an extended period of time, you need to reapply every 80 to 90 minutes. If you are going swimming, you need to apply it right after you get out of the water, or if you've had excessive sweating, towel off, reapply. Also, there is absolutely no such thing as waterproof SPF, okay? There is water resistant, and usually it lasts about 45 minutes in the water. I still wouldn't take that for granted. I would probably get out after a half hour, towel off a little bit, reapply. And if you are going to go out in the sun, for a party or whatnot, put it on at least 20 minutes prior to your first exposure to the sun. Now, some people will say, oh, but my makeup has SPF in it, so I don't have to wear regular SPF. Wrong. You still have to wear an SPF. Believe it or not, studies have shown that you would need to apply, so your foundation has SPF 30. You would have to apply 7 layers of that foundation in order to get that SPF of 30. So unless you want your foundation to appear this far off your face, just put on SPF. Okay? Now, my next thing that I want to talk about, oh, by the way, with those darker skin types and not wearing SPF, they can still get sunburned. Yes. They can still get skin cancer. Yes. They can get hypopigmentation, which is a loss of pigment, or they can get hyperpigmentation, which is excessive. And certainly we all know that the sun is the #1 factor for aging. So forget about the darker skins don't have to wear SPF. My next one is oily skin doesn't need a moisturizer. Wrong. If your skin is overly oily and you just cannot get it under control, what's going on is your skin is screaming out to you for hydration. What's happening is the skin is compensating for the lack of moisture and overproducing oil, which then will cause clogging and acne breakouts and a continuous shine on your face. So, yes, you do need a moisturizer. In fact, studies are showing now with regards to acne and oily skin that instead of drying the crap out of your face with products, that hydration is really helping the acne more than drying the crap out of your face. So I'm not saying that you have to use a heavy moisturizer with cocoa butter or shea butter. That wouldn't work for you. There are specific moisturizers that are made that are lighter for oily skin types. So do yourself a favor, wear your moisturizer, put it on in the morning, and definitely put it on at night. Okay? Now, my fourth one, sorry. If my skin product is burning my face, like my moisturizer or the face wash that I use every day, it's burning, that means it's working. No, it's not. Now, a tingle every once in a while with very active ingredients or a specific treatment on your face, that's normal. But if your cleanser is stinging your face every time you use it, you are using the wrong one. You have destroyed the barrier function on your skin. You need that barrier function to protect you, okay? It blocks bacteria and viruses from coming into the skin, allergens that cause rashes. You need a good barrier function. If your skincare is stinging every time you use it, you're using the wrong stuff. Get something else, okay? My next one is please stop believing everybody on Instagram, okay? Just because they have thousands of followers doesn't mean that everything that they say is correct, okay? These are just some examples that I saw, okay? I saw an influencer actually wash her face with dish soap detergent. That was her cleansing routine at night. Are you freaking kidding me? No way. No way. I saw another one that put mustard direct from the bottle and spread it on her face as an exfoliator. No. No. I saw somebody, an influencer, use coffee grounds from the can as a scrub for her face. Now, if you wanted to do a homemade or do-it-yourself exfoliator, listen, I'll get to my do-it-yourself stuff because I'm not really a fan. You should use sugar because once the water and the sugar combine, the sugar will start to melt down. Coffee grounds are much larger and they don't melt down with the water. So you're continually scratching the surface of your face, all right? And speaking of exfoliation, please don't exfoliate every day, okay? You are ruining your skin. You are ruining it, especially if you have acne and you're using a scrub every day on your skin thinking that it's gonna help to go away. It's not. It's going to make it worse. So stop doing that. Okay, my next one, please, I've been saying this for so long, stop buying your skincare products on Amazon, okay? Unless you know that the product is coming from the company that is actually making it. So say you wanted to buy Sunday Riley, I'm just making this up. Make sure that it's actually Sunday Riley that's selling it to you on that on Amazon. Most of them are dupes or they have been stolen, and a lot of them come out of China because they're unofficial third-party sellers. China doesn't have the same regulations that we do regarding what they put in their makeup or their skincare. You have absolutely no idea, first of all, how old it is and what it's being made with. So please stop doing that. Stop. Just stop. Okay, now I'm coming up to one of my favorites, the do-it-yourself skincare. I already told you about the three that I saw, but there are processes that a skincare company has to go through to actually be able to sell a product. So if your next door neighbor makes homemade skincare and you're purchasing it from them, could you stop that, please? I see this person on Instagram all the time selling homemade skincare products, and my skin crawls when I see that. So let's just talk about legally what somebody has to do to be able to legally sell a skincare product. So there's a process called a good manufacturing process, and I have my notes down here, okay? And this is a management system to make sure products, business, and the customers are safe. They need the formulation. To have shipping done, it needs to be hygienic and it needs to be professionally done. The next one is there is a testing process. So before you can sell any product, there has to be specific parameters and requirements. Two of those are the stability test, and it must stay stable for its entire shelf life. So if your product is not, I should say, in order for, say the shelf life is 3 years, it needs to stay stable for 3 years once it's open. I don't know many that stay that long, but I'm just making this up. And then the other one is called the microbial challenge testing. And this checks the preservative system that holds up the product. And it must last the duration of the shelf life. Okay, so I don't know, listen, they're not having it tested. They're not following these conditions. There's also safety checks. They need all formulas and paperwork, and it must be checked by registered cosmetic safety assessors. Okay, then they have to have all the paperwork for your product. And it needs to be the proper written paperwork for everything that you do. And it's a requirement for the good manufacturing process. And it must produce a product information file. So that would be like your MSDS sheet or material safety data sheet. And those are required for all products. So could you please stop buying the homemade stuff that your neighbor makes? And speaking of do it yourself, stop putting lemon in your homemade masks, okay? The pH of that is so low that you can burn your skin. The pH of a lemon is about 2, all right? So just squeezing it in your mixture and then mixing it up and then applying to your face, you have no idea what that pH is, okay? Even if it doesn't have lemon in it, if it has honey and oats and chlorella or whatever the hell you put in it, you have absolutely no idea what the pH of that mixture is. It could be too acidic or it could be too alkaline. Both will destroy that barrier function. You are doing yourself more harm than good. Please stop doing that. Also, these homemade products harbor bacteria so easily. Say that you only used half and next week you're going to use the other half. If you don't have the proper preservative inside that formula, there is so much crap that is growing in there, and now you're going to apply it to your face. You could wake up with a huge infection. You could wake up with a contact dermatitis. Just stop it, okay? Stop using mayonnaise as a mask for your face, okay? Mayonnaise is mostly oil and fat. What you're going to do is you are going to wake up with a load of acne on your face, okay? Hydrogen peroxide, stop using it in your do-it-yourself. Okay, hydrogen peroxide is great when you initially get a cut. Say you skinned your knee. You can use that hydrogen peroxide to clean out that cut that first day. After that, regular soap and water is fine. If you continue to use hydrogen peroxide, it has burning factors in the formula. You're then, say you have a round cut like this, you're then killing the tissue that is trying to grow around the cut and close it up, okay? It has tissue burning properties. Stop using it. In a pinch, sometimes if you're an esthetician, you can use it as a treatment when you're doing extraction because it is antimicrobial, but only in a pinch. Okay. Another one, stop using coconut oil from the cabinet. I understand a lot of people have dry skin. Coconut oil is so highly comedogenic. You just may be blocking your pores in order to get some hydration on the skin. There are way better products out there. And most people don't know that coconut oil or coconut cream needs to be fractionated for it to actually work properly. Elmer's glue and the charcoal powder. I've seen this a zillion times. They mix the Elmer's glue and they pour in the charcoal powder because they want to take the comedones or blackheads out of their face. They apply it on and then they tear it off. Oh my God, it looks like it hurts so much. First of all, even though Elmer's glue says non-toxic, come on, you really think that there's not something toxic in there? Give me a break. Besides the fact that every time you're pulling that glue off, you're also taking good skin off at the same time. You are inviting allergens, bacteria, virus, ick onto your face. So stop doing that. And lastly, with the do-it-yourself, essential oils, can you please stop putting them directly on your skin? Okay? They need to be diluted and diluted correctly and not just with water. Usually the water is not diluting enough. It needs to be diluted with a carrier oil, milk, or it needs to be buffered professionally, okay? I have seen so many burns, rashes, and irritations from people putting essential oil directly on their skin, especially tea tree. Another one that I see all the time, and I guess I'm not sure where this even came from, but I think it's because it looks good on camera. People take their little droppers and then they drop it directly on their face. Stop doing that. Every time that you do that, the dropper is hitting the skin. When you squeeze, you push it out, the product out. When you let go of that squeeze, it now suctions up. So now you're getting dead skin cells and bacteria and oil in the pipette. And the next time you do that stupid little trick, you're squirting all that crap back onto your skin. Great job. Great job. I have absolutely no idea where that came from, but it drives me insane. Now, I have a gazillion other things that I could talk about, but this has really gone on too long already. But if you want to tell me some of your pet peeves, please comment below. Subscribe if you want to. That would be great. Now, again, I am saying that I am not the be-all, end-all. I do not know everything. But if it doesn't make sense to you, you're probably right. Okay? I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.